dubbed in your name. So it's like, you know, we are in the bathtub, Vanessa. We are in the bathtub.
Oh, that's
Like they
so
dub in your
cute.
name.
Wow,
So
I
like,
want one of
when you're little.
those.
Oh, it was really cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, I have four siblings, so we would sit in the car and be
Okay.
like, "No, play my tape. No, play
Oh.
my tape." And because like it was
That's
the same songs,
hilarious.
but just like
Oh,
it would
okay.
like dub in like, "You're in the
Yeah.
bathtub, Courtney. You're in the bathtub, Courtney." Um, so like I had my tape and I
Yeah.
was showing one of my teenagers the tape, and like she put it in. She was actually 12. She's a tween. She put
Uh-huh.
it. I put it in like this old cassette tape, and she's like, I was like, "Oh, this isn't the song I like." And she's like, "Skip to the next one." And I'm like, "No, I haven't found
Uh,
it." She's like, "No, just skip it." And I was like, "No, I can't skip it." She's like, "Just skip it. Just skip to the next one." And I'm like, "You can't skip on a cassette
yeah.
tape." And like she had no
You just
concept
don't.
of skipping
Yeah.
of
Of the
of the
not
actual
waiting for
like
the
things that
wheels
have to
to.
go
Yeah, exactly.
right. So
So
it was
primitive.
very. I felt really old.
Yeah. Well, I was around for cassette tapes because I was born in '92. So I at least have some, yeah. Thank goodness, yeah. So I at least have some, like, I was there for the '90s, you know,
And
but
I need to
whatever.
slap bracelets. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those were so fun. I used to try to put them in my hair, but it never really worked because they
Go
had
join
those
the group.
ads with the,
There's a group on Facebook. It's called Children of the '90s, and
oh,
they have
I'm
like
on it.
pogs.
I've joined it. Yeah,
Oh, see?
pods.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Slap bracelets.
yeah. Oh,
Power
gosh.
Rangers.
Oh, yeah. See, I was only allowed to watch Arthur on PBS. So, because my parents are
I'm
like my
gonna send Leo an
mom's.
email about that one.
No. Well, my mom was like raised in like Northern California too. She's very, her mom took her to like protests and stuff, so they're very aware of how children are affected by,
Media.
so
Yeah.
they were cautious with all
My
that.
parents could care less. They were like, just watch the TV and like be quiet. Skipping things.
How is, so you have four sisters or four
No,
siblings?
I have one older brother, and I'm the oldest girl, and I have two younger sisters. My older brother is 25, 26.
Hmm.
I'm 24. Then I have a 18-year-old sister. She just turned 18,
Okay.
and a 14-year-old sister.
Do your sisters write for you?
No, they just like how you're like, I want to do something fun, but I don't want to be like my dad. It's like
Yeah,
the same kind of thing with me. I
that
mean, we're
makes sense.
very close with my
Yeah.
sisters. I'm doing a trapeze class with one of my youngest
Oh,
sister on
I
Wednesday.
just did trapeze. See this red mark? It's from
Yeah,
trapeze. Look at it.
really?
Yeah, my friend, I don't know if I can say her name. I can say her first name. Chelsea, her birthday, we
Oh,
went on the flying trapeze. And I am terrified of heights, but it was so fun. And this is my wound. So that'll be great. You
okay.
guys are gonna have so much fun.
Okay, we're doing actually aerial ballet, and it's trapeze, and then those silk things,
Oh, that's like the
you like do
prettiest.
crazy
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm doing it with her. So we're very
Cool.
close, but no, they don't write for me.
Yeah. I kind of get that though. My brother has decided, oh, I'll ask you the questions actually because we have now like 7 minutes left. But okay. So, wait, I have to ask my dad if I can say this on the air. Dad, he talks about this on the air, like my brother's problems that he's going through. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Leo. Okay. Well, I know. I have a good idea. Actually, I'll just say some of it. I'll paraphrase basically.
Well, but didn't you get an email like earlier in the week about like that boy who was younger and you wanted to ask about it? Like the
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
So my friend Tina,
right.
she has a question. I'll ask my question about my little brother later. That's not really a big deal. But her brother
Okay.
is 14, and so Tina, when she was going through, she didn't do anything until the summer after 8th grade, and but she was like, she had friends and stuff, whatever, but they just
Yeah.
didn't like party that much until
Right.
whenever, and now she doesn't that much, but regardless, so her and her brother, okay, that's okay. I'll just do it. Anyway, so me and my brother have always been, I can't do it's switching, it's too
I was
hard.
trying to give you a way out, but it's totally cool.
Anyway, no, I know, I wanted to. Anyway, so, but me and him have been so close. So what's happened since we've been growing up is I always tell him I tell him everything.
Yeah.
But I tell him everything. I try to we both communicate a lot with each other, and I try to be a good older sister, but it's kind of hard because now he's kind of getting into more stuff that's more serious. Well, not more serious, but more
Older.
than I ever did.
Okay.
Of
Yeah. Older,
certain
quicker.
things, older, quicker, and more
Okay.
older, more often.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know what to do because I just hope, like, I don't know, it's really hard because I feel like I have to be a role model, but I feel kind of guilty because I've already told him all this stuff that I did that wasn't that extreme, but I think he thinks that because he lies and I don't lie. I just have too much of a conscience to do it, and so I have told him all this stuff, and I think he assumes that I've done way more stuff, and he fills in like this whole backstory that he's guessing.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know how to play the part of a role model, but at the same time,
Like temper it with like
also be a teen and like just do whatever and tell him. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to formulate the question either. So.
No. Well, I have this problem a lot with my sisters with many different things on different spectrums. The one thing that I think is that you have to make sure that you're not trying to play parent. You know what I mean? So like, it's good you said role model because like there's a difference between like a role model uncle figure, aunt figure, sister's figure, and like the parent figure. So like when you talk to him about it, because I think you probably should talk to him about it.
I do.
You need to make it sound nothing like what a parent would say.
Okay.
Like
and
nothing.
That's good advice because I don't do that. And I think that's because coming back from France, I felt very like mature and just older.
Yeah, of course.
And I've been acting, I think, kind of more parenty than I should have been. So it's good to, and I'll keep that in mind next time. And I appreciate hearing that because it's, you know.
It will turn them off because they already have two.
Yeah.
You know, like he already has two parents.
That's
and so you want to make sure that whatever advice you're giving him is not the advice of a parent, but really is the advice of an older sister. And you don't want it to sound like that. So
just kind of like,
I would talk to him exactly like you brought it up with me.
Yeah.
I think you should say it exactly like that. I think you should say, you know, I've been thinking about this, and exactly what you said to me, because it's honest, and I want you to be really honest with him. You can say, I want to be your role model. Literally, I want to be your role model, and I also want to be honest with you, and I feel like I've told you some things, but maybe you're filling in the timeline.
Yeah.
Can we really talk about it so I can tell you exactly what happened? Like exactly the way you said it to me.
Okay.
Just do it like that.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I
think he would feel good.
Yeah,
I think he would be like, oh, he's talking to me.
Yeah, and he'd be like, yeah, thanks, and because he totally, we get along well enough that he would admit that when he appreciates something or whatever, and so I think that's a good point. I didn't really think of, like, I don't know why I didn't think of saying that, but I didn't, and I think I will. I think that's a good idea.
Honestly, I think
honesty,
super honest, and literally say, and you can say, I even tried to talk about it on my radio show, but I was, because I'm so nervous, I want to be there for you, and I want to support you, but like, I also am kind of having trouble, like, between being your role model and being your friend. So can you help me with that? Like, can we really talk about it, and just promise me that you'll always come to me if there's like a borderline thing, because then you know that if it does get to something that is really not just
whatever,
yeah, he'll come to you because you put that on the table.
Okay. Oh, well, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gosh.
Keep me posted.
I want to,
email me.
I should email you guys, and I've read a lot of the articles, so I already have a good amount of background and stuff, but it looks like we're pretty much out of time now. Dane just came through.
Thanks so much for bringing me on. He's like, off. You're done.
Taking over well, my dad's going to China soon, so I might be in the studio more, but I don't know how much to like that. I know. Oh, yeah. Exactly. You like China. There you go.
I love China. Well, thanks so much for having me on your show. I'm going to post it on my website. Maybe you'll do a little column on my website.
I'd love to write
if I can convince you. Yeah.
Well, if you'll let me.
Of course. And thanks everyone for listening. I know a lot of like our readers are on there now, and I really, really appreciate everyone who comes and visits our site. Like, your word of mouth is like gold to us. So
yeah, and thank you everyone for listening to this, because I know that some of this audience are people who listen to my dad, and so it's really cool because these are people who might not normally be that interested or concerned about these issues, but I think it's really important that more people are aware of, you know, just everything in this whole realm, because it's very, very important, and it will be affecting the generation that will be taking over the country. So, yeah. Exactly. So anyway, thank you so much for coming on, and I would love to have you